Hello, 6th grade. If you're watching this video, you've made it to step 4 of the decimal ladder. After this step, it's all going to be division, so this is going to be the last step of multiplication. So after this step, you guys should be masters at decimal multiplication. All right, so this step, every single, or at least the thing that we're practicing in this step is multiplying decimals where both numbers have more than 2 digits. Step 3 was multiplying where one number only had 2 digits. This one is going to be more than 2 digits in both numbers, although we'll have some review problems mixed in there. Okay, so the first problem is 271 thousandths times 32 and 1/10. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line them up like I normally do, one over the other. The one that you want on top is the one that has more digits, but more specifically, more digits that aren't 0. So this 0 doesn't really matter. So for this number, I could have put either number on top, but I just started with my first number since they both have 3 non-zero digits. So I still have 271 thousandths on top. So this number has 3 digits behind the decimal. This number has 1 digit behind the decimal. Now that I've done that, I know that in my answer, which will end up somewhere down here, there will be 4 digits behind the decimal. Now that I've figured out the decimal, I'm ready to multiply normally. So I'm going to start with my first number all the way on the right in the second factor. So I'm going to do what I do normally with all multiplication. 1 times 1, which is 1. 1 times 7, which is 7. 1 times 2, which is 2. Then I'll add, and then 1 times 0, which is 0. Now when I go on to the next step, and all of you should know this since you did so well on step 3, I need to use my placeholder, my 0, before I can start multiplying with my 2. So then I'll do 2 times 1, which is 2. 2 times 7, which is 14. 4, carry the 1. 2 times 2, which is 4, plus 1, which is 5. 2 times 0, which is 0. All right, so now I'm on to my third digit in my second factor, the 3. So now I don't just need one placeholder, I need 2 placeholders because as I bump further to the right, I need to bump my answer further to the right as well. So 1, 2 placeholders. Then I'll multiply normally. So I have 3 times 1, which is 3. 3 times 7, which is 21. 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 2, which is 8. And add my 0. Now I'll add it all up. So I need to add all 3 numbers now. So I'll have 1, 9. 2 plus 4, which is 6, plus 3, which is 9. 5 plus 1, which is 6. 0 plus 8, which is 8. And 0. Now, I already figured out before I even started multiplying where my decimal goes. It's going to go 4 digits. I need 4 digits behind the decimal, so I'll count starting on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. My decimal will go right there. So the most important thing to remember when you're multiplying larger numbers with decimals, or numbers with more digits, not necessarily larger, is that you need to have 1 placeholder here, 2 placeholders. If you have another number, you'll have 3 placeholders. And then to always remember to figure out where your decimal is going to go by adding up the number of digits behind the decimal. All right, I'm not going to do the second problem for you, but I am going to set it up and show how you'll think about how to set up the problems, which number goes on top. So in problem number 2, I have 2 numbers, 1 and 22 hundredths, and then I have 0. I'm not sure what place value that's in, but it's 0.00134. So here I look, I actually still have the same number of non-zero digits in both numbers. So I can put either one on top. But in this case, this number is longer, so just so I can remember multiplying my zeros, I'll put this one on top, and then I'll line up the second one all the way to the right below. And then I'll do the same thing I did in the last problem where I multiply normally. Remember the placeholders and remember to figure out where your decimal goes by adding up the number of digits behind the decimal. Okay, good luck.